Hello, my friends. Hey, this afternoon I wanted to share with you a little bit about sin versus the law. I know that there's some confusion regarding sin versus the law. Paul created a lot of confusion. One of the things I wanted to clarify is what is sin? Sin literally means, the word means missing the mark. So if I'm aiming at something and I miss, in this vernacular, that miss is called a sin. Okay, so if God gives an instruction specifically to me, and I don't hit that instruction, if I don't do it, I don't accomplish it, then for me, that is sin. That doesn't necessarily mean Bible stuff. That means, because it says his word is written on our hearts. So when he speaks into my heart and the Spirit's alive within me, and I ignore that Spirit, that is sin to me. Now, what is the law then? Sin has consequences, right? We know that the consequence given to Adam for sin was death. Okay. What is the law, and what is the consequence for not keeping the law? So the law is, there's only one people group that have the law. Church people will tell you nowadays that, well, the law doesn't apply anymore because we have grace. We have, Jesus came and did away with the law. That's not true. Jesus said, not one stroke will pass away until all has been fulfilled. And it doesn't get fulfilled until his coming, the second coming. So he still cares about the law. What is it? What is this thing called the law? It was given to the Jews at the time of Moses. It was Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy are the books that they account, the history books that have it in the account. Excuse me. And they're not just 10 commandments. They are an atrocious set of invasive, mostly don'ts. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Then things you're compelled to do, have to do weird stuff that God required. Now, make no mistake, it was given to the Jewish people. I'm Norse, so by default, I'm not under the law. I only place myself under the law when I accept the penalty for the law, and I accept the consequences, penalties, all that goes with it. I don't get to pick and choose. If I say that I'm under the law and need a savior, which the Jews did, they needed a savior, then all of the law is applied to me. I don't get to pick and choose. So sin is missing the mark, yes. But law, if you're not a Jew, was a choice. If you were a Jew, it was imposed on you. It was a covenant that God made with his people, a non-optional covenant. Yes, a couple of times he gave them a choice. In Joshua chapter 24, he says, choose you this day whom you will serve. That was a moment in time when they could have said, great, we want out. We don't want anything to do with this. Now, I don't know how well it would have gone for them. That God wasn't kind. He was harsh. He was mean to them. And Jesus rescued them from that. So Jesus said, I came to set the captives free. Jews were captives. They were stuck. He said in Isaiah, it says he came to set the oppressed free as well. Then he said he came to seek and to save that which was lost. The Jews were lost. And then verse 3, the icing on the cake, he says out of his own mouth, again, we don't validate this, we don't use this, we don't teach this in church because it's not popular, right? It doesn't get us where we want to go in our theological discussion. But he said, I came only for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And I tell you the truth, he was telling his disciples, you will not finish going throughout the house of Israel, bringing them back into the fold until I return. Not popular, I know that. But I'm trying to share with you, that was the message of Jesus. He came to save. Now, did he say later, all who will may come? Yeah. If you want to place yourself under the law, the penalty of the law, the curse of the law, the pain that comes with the law, then you may have access to the remedy, I would think. That's the whole message of Jesus. But he doesn't have to give you the remedy. He didn't say he came for you. He said, I came only for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. I'm going to let that sink in for now, but I wanted to just share with you the distinction between sin and the law and why Jesus actually came. Again, there's way more to unpack there. There's way more to share. I'll share with you more in the future, but I wanted to give you the bottom line so that you could see and hear and know and study for yourself. So enjoy. Hope it benefits you. I hope you're able to study and grow from this. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.